one of the main tools that we have is GA College 411, and also in collaboration with the C.T.A.T department, with our Career Technology Agriculture Education department, where the teachers actually work with discipline teachers and content teachers, ELA, math, science, and social studies, and the teaching across disciplines, and introducing careers and expounding on those careers in the classroom setting. We begin career exploration in the elementary school, so that this is something that parents and students are introduced to very early, and it's built upon as they progress through middle school and then into high school, because they will actually select a career pathway in middle school and then and develop upon that in high school. It may change somewhat, but they'll still have a career in mind. So we try to help shape and develop that and to continue the introduction to careers as they matriculate through high school. I think the biggest thing is to encourage students to begin career exploration, but to also support them if it changes, because they may be one thing today and something different tomorrow, and that's okay because they're growing and they're changing. And so we want to be supportive in that process as well.
Okay. And we know any student that has the desire to attend a four-year college or university, they will need to take a college entrance exam. I know as of late there's been a lot of information in the media about ACT versus SAT. Any feedback on what our students can do to prepare for those tests, or is there one test that's better than the other?
Well, they prepare every day that they're in a classroom setting. So every day that they're attentive and on time in class, in ELA, math, science, and social studies, they are actually preparing for the ACT and the SAT. One thing I think we want the parents and the community of Clayton County Public Schools in Clayton County to know is that the ACT is a college entry exam just like the SAT. So our schools in the state of Georgia and elsewhere accept that for college admissions as well. There will be a new test that will be offered in Clayton County schools this year to ninth graders, a plan, which is ACT's version of the PSAT. And that kind of gives us an idea as to how the students will perform on the ACT, for the plan does, and the PSAT does the same thing for the SAT. So with those two tests, with the data from those two tests, we can kind of gauge the students' performance and to see where their strengths are and to help direct our students towards the appropriate test for college admissions.
Okay. And along with the college entrance exam, there's a certain GPA you must have for everyone to be admitted into a college university. But athletically, for an athletic scholarship, the clearinghouse. Mr. May, anything you'd like to share about the NCAA clearinghouse?
Well, any athlete looking to go onto the collegiate level, whether it be the Division I or some of the other divisions in college, they must be cleared through the NCAA clearinghouse. And that is a combination of their high school transcript with their core GPA and the score that they get on the ACT or SAT. And that is a sliding scale. The higher the GPA, the lower the score can be on the SAT or ACT. We would like our students to score as high as possible on those tests, but it is a sliding scale as far as admission into college. And one thing I'd like to add to what Alicia Dr. Dunn has already said is that we have in collaboration with the counseling department, we have a program in all Clayton County High School called Core Course GPA. And that's where any athlete, or any student for that matter, but any athlete can go in, put their transcripts in from the ninth grade on, they can track it, and it will let them know based on their core GPA what they need to make on their test to be admitted into the NCAA clearinghouse. So that is in every school, and I think every athlete should take advantage of that beginning in the ninth grade. And we encourage our coaches and our students to enroll, and the parents, so they can monitor their kid for those 4 years and see where they are progressing, how they are progressing, and what their needs are going to be by the time, so they're not caught in being blinded as an 11th grader or 12th grader.
I'd like to also add, as part of our focus on ensuring that our students have what they need to be successful and our parents have the communication piece, we also have, when we give our formative assessments in the district, we have pulse checks, if you will, to check on how our students are achieving along the way. We've made great attention to ensuring that we put the reports in teacher-friendly, student-friendly, parent-friendly language. We have an error analysis so that we can get that feedback to the child and to the teacher to know, how do I now differentiate instruction given the data that I have on this student thus far. Another thing we have two tools. One is called Charting My Journey, which is the way the student looks at his or her data and analyzes it that way. And then the second one is Charting the Journey, which is the teachers look at how they are successfully progressing their students with achievement.
Awesome. And my final question before we take some questions from our studio audience. I know that we're starting the advisement process for our high school students where you explore what courses you'll take and just kind of talk about your future goals. There's a question about AP, honors, the IB program. What are the advantages of participating in those courses?
They offer rigor
Yeah, rigor.
in college. Giving students a sample of what it's like to be in college. And I think that it pushes our students, into the next level in terms of analytical and critical thinking. And our students benefit from those programs. Those that partake in those programs do well, and we're very proud of their successes. We would love to have more students involved, and we encourage our parents and our students to explore IB and AP as an opportunity for success. With AP, they're able to actually earn college credit if they score a 3 or better on the AP exam. But that depends upon the school that they're applying to for admissions, what the school's policy is with regard to that. But we do have students who have scored 5s on the AP exams, have done very well, and have gone on to exempt some college courses. So it's AP is a wonderful program, just as IB is, and we encourage students to partake and parents to investigate, ask questions, stop by to see the counselor, ask questions of their teachers to find out exactly what that would mean for their student.
Okay. And if a parent has a concern or has questions, what would you recommend that a parent should do?
A parent-teacher conference. Talk with the teacher, have an open line of communication with the teacher, with their students, with the counselor, with the administration. Become a part of the school environment. So it's, they're a stakeholder in their students' education, but also in the school in which their child attends in Clayton County Public Schools, because we want them to be active participants. So in being that, you're taking a step in the right direction in making sure that you are a part of the environment, so you can be there to see what's going on, you can be engaged in it. And having that communication piece is very strong.
Okay.
It's positive for the student, the parent, and the school environment.
Thank you. All right, now we would like to allow some of our studio guests to come up and ask questions. Actually, we already have someone here, an eager beaver.
Hello, my name is Devontae McCoy, and I have a question for Dr.
Done?
Dr. Dunn. I'm
Okay.
sorry. For a high school junior, what do I do to prepare myself for the kind of course I want to go into for college, which is media broadcasting and journalism?
Well, you want to start doing your research early. You can contact some of your local media companies in the area to find out if they have any internships for high school students over the summertime. That would be a very good way to kind of get your foot in the door to see and experience it firsthand as a high school student. You can do job shadowing. You can talk with Ms. Waters, to see exactly what it's like to be in the media, to have a talk show. What would that mean for you, and become a participant in that. But it begins by doing your research on careers. Do you have access to G.A. College 411?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You can go on that site and explore careers in journalism, careers in broadcasting communications. Okay. You can actually go in to see how much would I make as a first-year broadcast journalist, a journalist coming out of college. So, and what would that major look like for me going into college? Which schools in Georgia have that major?
All right.
So it's a lot you can do to explore that.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Mario Riley. I go to Lovejoy High School. I know there's been a couple of confusion about the requirements for the Georgia High School graduation test.
Okay.
So what are the requirements as of now, after 2012?
For your cohort?
For
Which grade are you in?
2013.
2013. Okay, the new test requirements involve the ELCT. So that means you'll still have to take the Georgia High School writing test, but you'll also need to pass your end of course test. Like for you as a junior,
Okay.
that means your American Lit ELCT that you'll take in the spring of the year, as well as your U.S. History ELCT. So if you were to earn a passing score in either one of those tests, then you would not have to necessarily pass the Georgia High School graduation test in ELA and social studies, even though we encourage you to do so because we know that you can. Okay, so that's what it means. It's the ELCT piece. The ELCT will eventually replace the Georgia High School graduation test, but not the Georgia High School writing test.
My name is Javante Zanders, and my question is, how do you plan on incorporating these initiatives so that everyone knows that they're out there